Look at your hands. They're shaking, aren't they? Just a little bit. You're staring at that small, glowing rectangle, waiting for a permission slip to feel okay. You sent the text. You kept it casual. You added a haha or a no worries to mask the fact that your fucking heart is hammering against your ribs. And now you wait. 1 minute, 5, 20, an hour. You see them post a story. They're out. They're laughing. They're living a life that doesn't include you. You're watching them through a screen, like a ghost watching a world he's no longer part of. And in that moment, the truth hits you like a blade to the throat. They aren't avoiding you. They've just forgotten you exist. You've made yourself so easy to have that you've become impossible to want. You're the good guy, the reliable one, the one who's always a text away. Congratulations. You've successfully turned yourself into a piece of background noise. You're the furniture of their lives, always there, and completely ignored. You're the backup plan. You think you're building a reputation for being loyal. You tell yourself that by being there for everyone, you're earning your spot at the table. But look closer, really fucking look. When you enter the room, do people straighten their posture? Do they stop talking to hear what you have to say? No, they barely glance up. You're like the oxygen in the room, vital, perhaps, but entirely ignored until it's gone. Think about the last time you were actually invited somewhere. Not because you're the first choice, but because the cool friend canceled. You're the one who drives 40 minutes across town because someone needs a ride, but you're the last one to get an invite to the actual dinner. You sit there and you listen. You listen to her talk about the guy who treats her like shit, the guy who ignores her for days, the guy she actually craves. While you sit there, being the perfect listener, hoping for a chance that's never coming. You aren't a friend. You're a fucking emotional trash can. And when the trash is full, they walk away without saying thank you, heading straight back to the people who actually make them work for it. I know why you do it. I know you're tired of the silence in your room. I know you just want to walk into a space and feel like your name actually carries weight. I know you want friends who call you just to hear your voice, and I know you want to be seen for the person you truly are, not just for what you can do for them. It's a lonely thing, isn't it? To have so much to give and feel like nobody is even looking. So you try harder. You become more useful. You become the guy who is always down, always ready, always fine. You think that if you're just available enough, they'll eventually see the light in you. You think your yes is a bridge, but it's a trap, because every time you ignore your own needs to cater to theirs, you're telling your soul that you don't matter. Every time you stare at that phone, begging for a crumb of validation, you are hollowing yourself out. I know you just want to belong, but you can't belong to a group that only loves you when you're serving them. A man who is always available for everyone has no time to be anything for himself. You aren't being kind. You're being a hostage. And the worst part is, you're the one holding the gun to your own head. If you're always the one reaching out, you're not a friend. You're a fan. Here is the damn moment you've been avoiding. Respect is a limited resource. Every time you drop your plans because she texted hey at 11 p.m., you lose a piece of your soul. Every time you say it's fine when someone treats your time like a suggestion, you're teaching them how to mistreat you. You think you're being kind? No, you're being desperate. Desperation is a fucking stench. It's a pheromone that screams, I have nothing else going on. When you are too available, you are telling the world that your time, your goals, and your very existence are worth less than their slightest whim. You have no borders. You have no walls. And a city without walls isn't a sanctuary. It's an open field, waiting to be trampled. You've become the easy choice, and nobody values what they didn't have to work to get. You're the discount bin at the back of the store. People only dig through it when they're bored, and they never brag about what they found there. Let's decode the game they're playing, the one you don't even realize you're losing. Imagine the simulation. They send a low-effort message at 10 p.m. You around? The old you replies in 30 seconds. Yeah, man, what's up? I'm free. Look at the power move being played. They aren't asking to see you. They're asking you to entertain them. You just told them your night has no value. You just told them they're the center of your universe. You've signaled that you were literally waiting for them. Psychology says humans are wired for the hunt. We ignore what is abundant and obsess over what is scarce. When you're always there, you're a solved puzzle. There's no mystery, no challenge, no reason for them to use their brain to think about you. Why would they work for your attention when you're giving it away for free on the street corner? Respect disappears the moment desperation appears. People don't test your kindness. They test your limits to see how much of you they can fucking consume before you disappear. If you never disappear, they'll just keep eating until there's nothing left but a hollow shell of a man. You know that everything I'm saying is true. You feel the weight of it in your chest every time you hear that notification sound. So why can't you stop? Because you're addicted to the crumbs. You've been starving for so long that even a seen receipt feels like a meal. You're terrified of the silence because if the phone stops buzzing, you'll have to face the man in the mirror. And right now, you don't like who he is. You think that if you disappear, the world will keep turning without you. And the truth is, it will. But that's exactly where your power lies. You've been wearing invisible chains, thinking that being needed is the same thing as being valued. It isn't. They don't need you. They need the convenience of you. The moment you realize that your absence is more powerful than your presence ever was, is the moment those chains snap. But you have to be willing to be forgotten first. You have to be willing to let the phone stay dark. The only people who get upset when you set boundaries are the ones who benefited from you having none. The shift doesn't happen when you start an argument. It doesn't happen when you send a long paragraph about how hurt you are. That's still seeking a reaction. That's still being available to their drama. The shift happens when you become a ghost. Imagine the confusion. The reliable man didn't show up. He didn't text back. He didn't even like the photo. Suddenly, the vacuum you left behind starts to pull at them. They realize the safety net is gone. The trash can is closed. The background noise has gone silent. For the first time, they have to confront the reality of who they are without you. Silence scares people who survive through control. You stop being a choice and start being a consequence. You're letting them feel the cold air where your presence used to be. Let them wonder. Let them worry. Let them realize that your yes was a gift they didn't deserve. You aren't being mean. You're being expensive. And people take care of expensive things. They don't miss you. They miss the convenience of you. This is how you reclaim the territory you gave away. This is how you stop being a maybe and start being a must. 1. The law of the first hour. The first hour of your day belongs to you. No phone, no notifications. If the world burns down in those 60 minutes, let it fucking burn. Use that time to build the man they can't ignore. 2. The mirror principle. If they took 6 hours to reply, you take 12. If they gave you a one-word answer, you give them silence. Mirror their investment. Never out-invest someone who is trying to see how little they can give you. 3. Kill the safety net. The next time someone cancels last minute, do not offer next time. Just say okay, and then disappear. Don't post stories. Don't check theirs. Just be gone. 4. Become unreachable. Find a mission so demanding that you genuinely don't see your phone for hours. If you're staring at a screen, you aren't building a legacy. You're just a spectator in someone else's life. A man with a mission doesn't have time to be a maybe in someone else's shitty schedule. Being nice is just a mask. For the man who is too afraid to be gone. Tonight, or maybe tomorrow, they're going to notice. They're going to reach out. They'll send that you okay text. They'll try to pull you back into the box they built for you. Don't fall for it. It's not love. It's not even friendship. It's just them checking to see if the door is still unlocked. They want to know if they can still walk in and out whenever they feel bored. Lock the fucking door. You spent your whole life being the person everyone could count on. And look where it got you. Alone, staring at a blue screen. Feeling like a ghost in your own life. It's time to stop being the one who is always there. Because the truth is, you can't be found until you're willing to be lost. You can't be valued until you're willing to be missed. Stop being available. Start being dangerous. You've reached the edge of the map, and the air here is cold. Isn't it? In a few seconds, the screen will go black. The music will stop, and you'll be left with the one thing you've spent your entire life running away from. The silence. Most men can't handle it. They'll finish this video, feel that surge of temporary power, and then the second the phone buzzes, they'll crawl right back into the cage. They'll tell themselves it's just one reply, or I don't want to be rude. But the reality is simpler. They are addicted to being used. But you are most men. You've seen the pathology of your own desperation. You've watched the necrosis of your self-respect spread until there was almost nothing left but a shell that said yes to everyone but yourself. You've been a secondary character in a story where you were supposed to be the architect. They're going to notice the vacuum you left behind, and they're going to hate it. Understand this. People who survive by controlling others don't get angry because you've changed. They get angry because they can no longer find the useful version of you. The only people who get upset when you set boundaries are the ones who benefited from you having none. Don't just sit in the dark and wait for them to miss you. Find a mission bigger than any person's opinion. Whether it's the high-protein grind in the gym or the medical mastery you're pursuing, a man on a mission cannot be bought with attention. He is the most dangerous thing in the world because he doesn't care if you see him. He's too busy seeing the future he's building. The light turns green. You kick the bike into gear and vanish into the dark, rainy streets. The world doesn't reward the man who is always there. It rewards the man who is worth searching for. Stop being available. Start being a ghost. Because the only thing they'll miss more than the version of you they could control is the version of you they can no longer find.